regroup as a class in a minute.
My partner and I like to talk a lot. What was your most vivid memory? Yeah.
What were you? You told me this about, right? And he was like trying to get you to do that with cello.
My mom was like, you should play the guitar. And I was like, but it was like in the moment. I was just like, I blurted out face like, yep, that's it right there.
Yeah. Okay.
That's so cool. I didn't like sit and think about it. And I guess like that's sort of like how I live my life now. Like why sit and think about something for like a year and a half when you could just do it?
Do you watch The Office?
A little bit. I've seen the first one.
So Phyllis, you know that character, she gives like really good advice where it's like whenever you're making a decision, just like 1, 2, 3 go. Just like pick that first thing. And it's usually like your gut, right? You go with what you were supposed to. So I think that's cool. I like that that's your memory.
Like the word
I didn't do that when I was street quartet dance, and now I'm a street quartet.
What would you prefer? Dance? You could still do that with you.
Yeah, but like this year, I feel like I could have stretched a lot more. Like it just would have been better for me in the long run because like I wouldn't be so stressed about it.
Yeah.
you don't mind just bring it on back.
For sure.
It sounded like everyone had a lot of vivid memories that they wrote about or that they chose to tell their partner about. Would anyone like to share with the class for today? Maybe 1 or 2 volunteers.
So let me tell y'all about the scariest thing I ever seen, right? So, it was recent, Saturday night, November the 3rd. Boy, let me tell you when, this is doing so scary, because if y'all don't have a mom, a guardian or something like that, it's someone you close to, right? So, I'm all sleeping, getting my rest in, and all of a sudden, I'm just like dreaming, right? And I see myself or whatever, like sitting down and like, it's like similar to my house, but it's like someone moved my house to the country. And then so like, it was just like a factory or whatever. So I'm just like sitting there, my mom like comes home and I'm like the first one to go home. And so it feels like pretty real. And then so like, she's at my dad's house and like she's behind like, if you see how my house is, my room is like connected to like the backyard or whatever. And then she was like, is there a boy in the room? Like, no, why would there be? There never been there. But anyways, yeah. And then so like, I was like, I know you see that smoke, cause like the factory was smoking. I was like, I know you see that smoke. And then she's like, what smoke? What smoke? I was like, I know you see that smoke. And then she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then like, it was like a loud boom, and it was like a nuclear bomb had hit like the factory or whatever. I was like, oh my gosh. And then she was like, what? Oh my god, what was that loud boom? It's like she couldn't see it, and like at the last minute she saw it, and like her whole body like flew back. Like her legs were like still in place, and like her arms still in place, but like her body flew back. And then like I went to go run because it sounded like she was like screaming, like she had got burnt or something. She's like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And I kept running. I was like, mom, mom, mom. And I went and I saw her. My mom was like, she had no limbs, and she was walking. She was like, I can't work no more. I can't work no more. I'm like, mom, you're not okay. Look at yourself. And it had like, it wasn't like blood or nothing. It's like someone had like already like sewn up like the parts that like was already cut off or like destroyed or whatever. So I was like, mom, you're not okay. You're not okay. She's like, I'm totally fine. You see? And then like I didn't see like her legs or nothing, like nowhere to be found. And then I was just like, what? And I woke up crying.
Wow. That is really scary. Right? When you have those dreams and you wake up and you're like, okay, like I have to go check on everyone.
Right.
Make sure we're good.
I texted my mom right after because my mom's here for a month and she does work in a factory. So I was like, oh my god, it scared me so bad. I was like, just please be safe. And like, it's like, I feel like it was like God like working with me and like God and the devil was like just winning my dream. Cause it was like a bad one, but a good one. Cause it's like a realization or whatever. Cause it was like, okay, you have a bad connection with your mom. You should like be grateful that you have a mom and this and that. Cause I really thought my mom was gone. Like I was like crying like when I woke up. Yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you for sharing with us, Brooke. Wow. Intense. Ashley, do you want to follow up?
So mine, I decided to write about my longest friendship. It was with this girl, her name is Starry, and she lives in California. And I just have so many like memories of like doing like just awesome things because like we practically grew up together. Like I met her when we were like 7 because she first moved here with like her whole family. And it was so cool because like it just clicked because like her mom was friends with my mom, her sister was friends with my sister, we were friends with each other. And like we did like everything together, we were like best friends. And like unfortunately her mom passed away, but like we're still close, like we keep it up, you know, we're strong. And she's in a different state right now, but like, you know, I still love her, I still care about her. And it's like, yeah, I just remember all those memories.
That's awesome.
Memories never die.
Very true. Very true. Alright, did you want to share some?
Trying not to go into the deep dark rabbit hole again.
Yes.
So I didn't write about it, but probably what I would have written about was either the first time I went surfing or my first concert. I'm gonna expand on my first concert a little. Not actually playing concert, because I've done like 20 of those. They're terrifying, by the way. But my first concert that I've actually gone to was last year, the day before Fall Ball. It was at the Rock, and I was like 5 feet away from the stage. I was so close. Like I could walk on stage where I was from where I was if I wanted to. It was amazing. I was instantly in love with it. So then the next day we went to Fall Ball, and that was actually the first time when I caught Dreamers. So I had won a VIP pass from the KXMA radio station, and so that enabled. I only had one wristband for the like lounge area, so I had to go in alone and just kind of stand there and wait for them. But when I actually got to talk to them, I was so happy and they were so sweet. And because my mom and my friend couldn't come in because they didn't have it, I actually asked them if they could come out, and they said yeah without me even finishing my sentence.
That's
So
awesome.
that was a lot of fun.
Very cool. That's an awesome
And
visit.
then they remembered me.
Kelly, you want to be our last one?
Dreams or anything.
So for this one, if you have a dream that's really vivid, or if you do have like an actual memory that's vivid, your choice.
Hey, this is really weird, and I had this dream when I was like in 3rd grade. So one of my classmates had died, and I was at like the crime scene, and then I was at the funeral, and then I realized that the kid wasn't like, he didn't just die, he was like murdered, and then I figured out who the murderer was, and it was turned out to be like this mob thing, and then the mob sent like a bunch of ninjas after me, and the ninjas were in my room, and then my dad woke me up. So yeah, it's the most vivid dream I had.
Oh my god, like a crime solver over there. That's interesting. Well, thank you everyone for sharing for today. Those are some real vivid memories.
Wait,
Did
can I
you just
say
want to do one last one?
one real quick?
Okay.
It was like the first,
You go ahead.
okay, so it was like the first time I had a sleep paralysis. I was like 6, 7, I don't even know. But my dad came into the, well, I thought it was my dad. Like, he opened the door, and I was there, and I woke up, and I was like, Dad. And I kept yelling, like, Dad, what are you doing? Like, why are you here? And like, he wouldn't answer me, he was just standing there. And I was like, and I couldn't move, I couldn't get up, and I was trying to like, and like, he was just standing there, and I was like, what did he hate? So, yeah. so the next morning I woke up and I was like, what were you doing in my room? Why were you in my room? And he was like, I wasn't in your room. And I was like, I was yelling, Dad, like, how did you not hear me? And my brother was like, we used to share rooms. So he was like, Mama, so you're like, you just dreamt that. That's dumb. You were like, that didn't happen. I was like, okay, well, it happened in my head. So I was like, yeah. So then I like later, I started watching more videos about like sleep stuff, sleep disorders and things like that. And I found out, like, you know,
Let's think about it. Yeah. Oh, scary.
The worst place
Well,
to have
thank you
food
for
on.
that last tidbit. We'll go ahead and move on to our grammar for today. As always, if you'd like to draw a line under what you put down in your journal, or you'd like to flip your page over, either option is acceptable. I'll go ahead and read both of these statements out loud, so take your time making the corrections. Clean eating is trending, no, but it is surprising to know that you eat nasty, repulsive bugs every day. Even with pesticides engineered to protect food, large traces of bug parts are getting into the food supply. Wings, thoraxes, and heads. I know this is not the best thing to read about before most of us go to lunch, so sorry about that. I'll go ahead and read them both again. Clean eating is trending, no, but it is surprising to know that you eat nasty, repulsive bugs every day. Even with pesticides engineered to protect food, large traces of bug parts are getting into the food supply, wings, thoraxes, and heads. If you have any questions, please raise your hand.
to make sure I was saying it.
I know these are a little lengthy, so we'll take about 30 more seconds, and then we'll start going over the corrections. Alright, so we have those corrections up on the board. If you were still working on writing the sentence down, that's okay, just try to listen while I'm explaining. So for our first sentence, that first correction is just because it's the beginning of a sentence, so we're just gonna capitalize that C. And we noticed that while reading through your essays, there was some confusion between no and now. So that would be trending now instead of trending no. The same goes for that next part for surprising to know. And the one other thing that we have is for the adjectives. So we have nasty and repulsive right after each other. So when you're including more than one adjective in a row, you're just gonna throw a comma in there, or if you'd like to just put the word and in between as well. With the next sentence, it's going to be the same correction. So starting at the beginning of a sentence, we have a capitalized E there. And in the last part, the food supply, we have a colon because we're about to list some items. So just remember for colon, that's like saying here is a list of, or here is an example of that. And then we have those listed there. Are there any questions about the corrections or maybe something you did that isn't up on the board? And that's okay. So just take the time, if you're still writing down the answers, that's okay. If not, just go ahead and close your notebooks and start passing them up. We'll come by and pick them up for you all in just a